Hey everyone, welcome back to the Naughty Corner. I am Courtney Watts, your host, and this is Court is in Session. We are coming to you from Wanneroo country, and we once again have graphic designer Joe.
Hi.
We have from the best of Redditor updates, so you
Oh.
know it's going to be good.
Yes.
Me, 28 female, with my significant other, 34 male, of 3 years, are having a problem. He keeps using my clothes as cum rags.
Are we talking?
I'm using yours to clean the toilet.
Are we talking things like socks and underwear? Or are we talking like that fancy dress that can't be laundered? Because if it's the fancy dress that can't be laundered, you have a whole other problem.
Well, the tag on this is concluded, so we get, we get a full story here. There's literally, trigger warning.
Oh.
Involuntary involvement in fetish, domestic abuse, and gaslighting.
Oh.
The original post was from July 23 of 2015. So.
Yeah.
10 years old?
Oh. No, I was going 7. What's wrong with my ma?
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay. So a little info. We are having some sex issues. Only having sex a couple of times a month. He naturally has started jerking off more. I have only a slight issue with this. Mainly that I am really unsatisfied because I have a high sex drive. He tells me I'm not enticing him enough. Fair. I've been kind of down since I lost my job. But the problem I really have is that he keeps using my clothes as a cum rag. Clean or dirty, it doesn't matter. The reason I hate this so much is that I can smell the semen even after being washed when my body heats up. He knows this, and I've been pretty patient in the past about when he mistakenly uses my clothes because it's dark. I know that, and I'm even more sensitive about it now because of the sex issues we are having. I get that. But it really does bug me. Not only the smell, but now it's like he's plastering my inadequacy all over my clothes as well as disrespecting my wishes. He says I'm making something out of nothing or I'm making unnecessary drama. So my question to you all is, am I? Should I be more tolerant? I definitely do not want to create more tension in the house, but I do want him to respect my wishes and boundaries. Please help me with any advice, perspectives, anything. So thanks in advance. Going for lunch now, but we'll check back in a little while to respond to you kind folks. It's fucking disgusting.
My brain immediately went to switch jerk off to pee.
Yeah, it does very much sound like marking territory type behavior, but also like punishing you.
It wouldn't be acceptable at all if it was pee.
I mean, it's not acceptable because it's cum.
I know, but it feels like it's a little bit more acceptable because it is, and it's easy to wash, and it's like
pee is literally easier to wash. Like I'm toilet training. I'm toilet training a child right now.
Sticky.
Like I own a carpet shampooer for a reason, and I have not had to throw out any of her clothes. But if you are literally washing clothes,
and you can smell it,
and you can still smell it when your body heats up. Like for starters, bro, your semen's unhealthy. See a doctor.
Yeah.
But pee is literally easier to clean.
No.
Because of the, Jonathan's favorite word, viscosity.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be completely off a little. I've recently started using a hanky because of Shopee. Yay! It's environmentally friendly. Do you know how many times I have to rewash that thing because there's still ingredients in it? One wash is not enough. Well, I can't imagine that the same viscosity of the stuff is no.
Okay, so my immediate thought, like you saying that, was I have period underwear, and I get into the shower with them, and so they're thoroughly rinsed out before they get washed, right? So that's a good suggestion for that. But now I think she should bleed on everything he owns.
I had the same thought. Like, wow, you want to do this to my clothes? See that nice white shirt over there? I'm going to use it.
Joe, he doesn't own anything white.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Let's be real.
And honestly, if he's doing that to her clothes, and then what I feel like he's not washing them himself, because why would he? He's not gonna have anything that's not going to be already ruined by period blood because it's already going to be ruined.
Because she's like, they're not having sex because he's not enticing him enough.
That's not okay.
And then that very much gives off that this is some sort of punishment, but then also it impacts her because if that smell is permeating her clothes, then pretty much people are going to notice that wherever she goes in life, which also, if there is some other dude out there that is going to treat her better, she would have to get an entirely new wardrobe because there's no one is not going to notice that scent.
Also, it's like, how do you, oh, yeah, this is my favorite shirt. My ex-boyfriend used to come on it. It bothers me when there are situations like Reddit. Communicate with each other, people. It's not that hard. Sit down, have a conversation. If you're not having sex, you're not having sex for a reason. Talk about it.
Well, she tried to do that, and his answer was that she's not enticing him enough, and she needs to work harder.
That's what what?
And it's like, well, how about you work harder by going to a tissue rather than clothes on the floor?
There's condoms, guys. They created condoms to catch semen. Use it. It's there. It's right there. It's for a purpose. It's there. Stop coming on her clothes. That's all. Stop coming on her clothes. But interesting into the psychology of this, it does seem very punishing, very you are mine, very ownership, very
yeah. And
psychotic.
if it does impact other things, because as soon as someone has a smell about them, there is like a hygiene issue raised. And that kind of stuff, it has a knock-on psychological effect of everyone around you regarding your inherent competence as an adult. So that means that her friends are going to start worrying about her, whether or not she's got some sort of mental illness. Her bosses are going to be worrying about like giving her projects or tasks to do that she may not be, together enough to have any sort of responsibility. And I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
That the more he isolates her from other people, that is further going to entice her to start working harder for him. And it's like, I'm sorry, if I have to work for your attention, I don't want it.
Yeah. I mean, with my partner, I constantly want to work for his attention, but that's a me thing. I want to, because he makes me feel like he deserves that, because he is such a nice person. I want to put in effort for him. But if he was doing this, I would be like, okay, bye. No. No.
Yeah, I don't
big old boundary.
I don't even care what the answer is. That wouldn't even be a conversation at that point. As soon as I said, dude, what are you doing? And it was it was dark. I'd be like, okay, fair enough, but that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that.
And then as soon as it happens again, it's I'm not asking you why you keep doing this. It's whatever the fuck this is, you need to go to therapy and learn to communicate. And I hope you do that. And the next person you're with gets a better version of you than I did. But I'm out.
Yeah.
Like Shark Tank. It's a no from me.
It's because I know that I'm a people pleasy, try to solution everything and think that I'm always in the wrong kind of person. I would probably maybe stay one step longer than that, just in the sense of, okay, accident in the middle of the night. Step 2, you've done it again. Why? I need to know why. Why are you doing this? This is not okay. Can we work through it? No. Okay, now I'm gone. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have fun.
Yeah. Relevant comments. Ooh, your relationship has deeper problems than the clothes thing. Not enticing him enough. Is he fucking kidding? It's not your job to entice him. Original OP. Can you elaborate on that? On the whole not my job thing, please. I ask because I've told him this before, but have failed to communicate the concept in a way that convinces him. So I'm curious as to what you have to say on that. Is this real? I know that relationships is quick to whip out the breakup solution, but I would totally understand breaking up over this. Call me crazy, but I find that jerking off into my significant other's clothes while not satisfying her physically is pretty disrespectful, if you ask me. Seriously, is this really what is happening? You guys have been together for 3 years. This post makes me feel like I'm taking crazy pills. OP, yes, it is really happening. Yes, we've been together for 3 years. The ejaculating into my clothes thing has happened a few times in the first couple of years where I made my wishes very apparent. It has been happening more often now since we aren't having very much sex. So he's been doing this from the beginning. By the sound of it, yeah. But like I'm picturing, say I was working away for a significant period of time. If I came home to a couple of pieces that got a bit messy because like Ben was using it as a means to like connect with me.
Different situation.
Yeah.
Sweeter.
But also knowing him and just common sense, he is an incredibly scientific person. He'd go for my pajamas where they're already kind of ratty anyway.
Yeah.
You stay longer in pajamas. Like
Yeah.
Like your smell tends to permeate pajamas a lot more.
You picked the right option.
Yeah.
And there is a right option for this.
Yeah. And even then, he'd be like smelling it and it would be an accident if some of the result ended up on it. But I guarantee you that if ever I wore the clothes after the fact, I'd never be able to tell. Like, he'd tell me, but yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. There was a little
because he'd be like, okay. As soon as that happened, he'd be like, okay, I gotta wash these.
Like, there's a little part of me that wonders, like, does he actually tell her, or does he do it, fold it back up, and put it back in the cupboard, and then she wears it like that?
I'm assuming she's just like finding them dumped on the floor.
Because if she's wearing it whilst it's not even been washed, dude, that is all kinds of. That's just a little. Please go to therapy.
Everyone involved. Yeah.
She needs it. Yeah. No. That's not okay. I'm not okay. That as someone who has OCD, that makes my. I'd be.
It makes my bones itch.
It does. I want to get in the shower. I showered last night, but right now I just feel.
You want to take a break and you take a shower before you go. The next segment of this episode will be going live from my shower.
Can't. Yeah, itchy. Get it off. There's just, I have, as a person who likes to figure out why, I have so many questions. Like, what? Just stop it.
Well, I can send you the link to this story and you can DM OP to see how she's doing. Like 10 years later, she would have so many details now for you.
I know, but I have questions for him. Like,
can you give me his number, please?
Can I talk to his therapist? Please tell me you went to see a therapist. Yes.
Yeah.
Please tell me this.
OP added this in the comments. So the way I see sex between two people who love one another in a committed relationship is that both people should make an effort to come together and create passion and intimacy. He feels as though I need to make him want to have sex with me. I'm a bit of a tomboy and I grew up being made to feel uncomfortable with my sexuality. He says I don't act sexy. When I've made attempts to understand what exactly he means, it looks contrived and sort of like porn to me. All right, lads, I've had a fucking gutful of dudes who want a specific thing, so they will get pretty much whichever woman will have them and then attempt to mold them into that.
No.
Fuck all the way off with that shit.
Yes.
If
please.
you do not love the person for who they are, you don't deserve them, you don't want them, and I guarantee you any attempt at manipulating or coercing them into being what you find attractive, whatever that is at any given time, is going to fail.
Yep.
So either aim for what you actually want or actually learn to love people for who they are rather than how pretty your sex object looks, because you can fucking bedazzle a fleshlight, man. That's not what you do to people. The outside, Joe.
I'm sorry. My brain went to the inside, and then I went, ow, and then things got stuck, and I just... I'm sorry. But yes, exactly what Court just said. No, stop fetishizing people. Just stop it. Like, if they're cool with it, everything is consensual, go for it. But this is clearly not consensual. She is confused and she is upset. She doesn't want to be in this situation. There's nothing worse than having your own identity crisis and then having your partner confirm your identity crisis because you're not enough for them in some way. You're enough. You're enough by yourself.
There's the whole, like, she doesn't even have the opportunity to be an active participant in whatever the fuck this is because there was never any communication
No.
prior in order for there to be any sort of consent.
Kindness, people. Kindness in everything. Like,
And just
and consent.
and
Kindness and
just
consent.
see the people you're with as people,
Human.
like whole people.
They're not little building blocks. They're not made of Lego. No matter how realistic Lego can be, they're not Lego. You can't take out the bits that you don't want and put other bits in. They come as a set.
Well, I mean, you can with like cosmetic surgery, but that's the
That's
Lego
a whole different point.
Yeah, that's the Lego person choosing to rebuild themselves.
Exactly.
Like,
they have choice of their Lego pieces. You don't have choice of their Lego pieces unless you want to add a shiny bit to it.
i.e., buy me a tattoo.
Yes. I have piercings bought by my partner, and they were consensual.
Nevertheless, I have tried with limited success over the years. There was once a time where I was doing what he likes, but I grew tired of being the only one trying to entice. Since then, we have not really been having much sex, so how do I convince him that relationship sex is not the same as porn sex or dating sex or one-night stand sex? He was single for 6 years before dating me. Okay, for starters, I've said this before, but it's a fucking hell of a way to find out you're a pedophile, because only a child would need to be told that. You shouldn't have to explain to a grown man that relationship sex is different to porn sex, is different to one-night stand sex. I mean, one-night stand sex can obviously cover all of those categories, but the fact of the matter is, inherent in relationship sex is a relationship, which requires connection and intimacy and communication, because those are the foundations of what a relationship is.
That. And please, for the love, he was single for 6 years means nothing. That doesn't mean that he's, if anything, being single for 6 years means that the girl that he is with, he should want to please her so that she sticks around. And ditto to you. Like, you should want to please him so that, but if you're not in a reciprocal wanting to please each other situation, you're just in a shitty situation. That didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
I understood
but you
it,
get
though.
it.
Yeah, well, it's like, I could be generalizing here, but most men are pretty much horny all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So what this is telling me is that porn has rotted this dude's brain to the point where he needs to be enticed in order to get any sort of horny feeling. Whereas Ben, I could just be like, hey, and he'd like drop his pants. Like, at any time, he's ready, you know? like it's, and of course, again, generalizing around most men being this way, but essentially, if we look at the science of how hormones work, then due to how testosterone impacts the nervous system, unless something is up with your hormone levels, then it's typically expected that most guys, when presented with sexual opportunity, would be down for it relatively immediately.
To make my partner extremely uncomfortable by saying this, he was also single for a long time before he got into a full-time relationship with me.
And yet he's still not a cunt.
No, he's not.
Fascinating.
He's not a cunt. He's had the one-night stands and he's had the non-committal relationships. And yet he is still the most communicative, most kind and giving man in every situation that we have ever been in, including sexual. So being single for that amount of time shouldn't have anything to do with it. Like, there are times where I'm just led there and he gets this look on his face and he makes me feel like I'm the sexiest woman in the world. You should have that. No matter how single someone was, no matter how much porn they watch, yeah, fine, have a fantasy. And funnily enough, if you treat your person right, they might even fulfill that fantasy for you. But you treat
and
your
also,
person,
when you communicate,
yeah,
then they know you.
yeah.
See, like,
But like with everything, everything shouldn't be 50-50. That's not how life works. Sometimes it's 80-20, but it should be like 50-50 in the amount that happens. Like, you shouldn't have to give 90% of the sexual attraction all the time. He shouldn't be coming to the table with 10%. Fair enough, if you've been together for a long time, at some point someone's going to give 90, someone's going to give 10. But then it should be the reverse as well. You could come to the table with 10 and someone else could come to the table with 90. should be reciprocal communication. My words don't make sense out of my brain sometimes, but I'm glad you understand.
No, you are very much I cannot remember, Morgan from Two Hot Takes. Her husband, he's pretty much like communication is his thing. Like people need to be communicating. Like the whole problem here is because they're not communicating. Like they could fix this. This wouldn't be an issue if they were communicating. So like communication is like his favorite word. So you're very much, but I want to say Taylor, but I think that might be her younger brother and I can't remember.
Unfortunately, that's one of the ones that I haven't watched. I've heard it mentioned. I haven't watched Two Hot Takes. I need to.
You should. You should. And there's also a very decent backlog. Shout out to Morgan.
Yes.
Update. September 13 of 2015.
Please tell me everybody got therapy. Please.
So July, August, September. So 2 months later.
I need everyone to be getting therapy.
I'll try to keep it short. To the many people who told me that even if he stopped coming on my clothes, he'd start doing something else disrespectful, you were right. He decided that verbally abusing me until I was huddled into a corner was his new way to make me feel like a piece of shit, and when I couldn't take it anymore, I got physically abusive. I'm so ashamed. But at least it's fucking over. Dear God, is this real life?
Oh, honey.
Yeah, I feel bad for her guilt, but my tits are tingling at the thought of her to go on him with like a baseball bat or some shit, because can't you fucking deserve it? Oh, I feel bad for feeling this good, hey? Oh, sweetheart.
I want to feel satisfaction of the fact that somewhere or another she made him stop what he was doing. But all I can feel is her guilt and her confusion. And like...
And now that, okay, now I'm the monster.
Before this, if someone had asked her, would you ever hit your partner? I have a feeling she probably would have said, God, no. Hell no. Fuck no. And now she's in that place of, oh my God. But just to clarify, self-defense is not abusing your partner. Self-defense, if he's in your face and yelling at you and you have to shove him to get him away from you, that is not abuse. For me, that is not abuse. That is self-defense.
Well, we don't have enough context to know exactly what was happening there, but this comment wraps it up. Reactive abuse, so that the abuser can claim to be the victim, all part of the Darvo playbook.
Yes. Yeah.
And again, owning our shit from the past, that's been me.
Yeah.
And technically, it could very much be argued there was racism in there because my ex-husband was coming at me to the point where I snapped and went him with a didgeridoo. So, again, that could have been anything. Like, it's just what was there at the time. But openly and transparently, that's what it was, and I own that. And I'm fucking devastated because that didgeridoo was a Jim Ridgway, and I cracked the fucking beeswax on it. And
I love you, and I hate that you were in that situation, but the second you said didgeridoo, I
know.
I really hope it looked good in your brain. Reactive abuse is it's not a term I've heard before, but I'm glad that I know it now, because I think I've had beautiful friends who've been in that situation who were being abused and they've reactively abused because that's just how they reacted in the time. And I have to admit, I think a lower part of me judged them for it. But because I have been lucky enough to never be in that situation, and it's taken a while for me to be like, wait, no, that's not how that works. That is reactive abuse. They abused back because they were being abused. And I feel horrible for how quickly I judged them in the first place. Never outwardly, but internally, I questioned.
It can get to the point where it's like, well, if this is what we are, then what is going to make it stop?
Yeah. And I can never apologize enough for the internal thoughts that I've had in that situation. But I can't say that I personally understand, but I can, on some level, I get it. You never want to be driven to that situation. And I'm very grateful that I've never been driven to that situation. But damn, I hope OP is no longer in that situation.
Well, apparently she's not.
That's good.
Am I the asshole for faking an injury to get my sister to stop pranking me?
No. I hate pranks.
My 17 female sister, 15 female, plays this prank where she will turn off the lights every time I shower. Our bathroom is weirdly long, so I'll have to get out of the shower, walk to the lights, switch it back on, and then get back into the shower. It also leaves a mess of water for me to clean up afterwards, and I can't keep her out because the lock is broken. My parents gave her a verbal warning once, but when she continued to do it, there was no real punishment. They just told me to just put up with it and eventually she'll get bored and stop. Well, that didn't work because she continued this for 3 weeks. One day, as I was getting out of the shower to turn the lights back on, I almost slipped and fell. This gave me an idea. I waited until the next time she tried to pull this prank again. When she came to turn the light off, I knocked all the stuff off the shower caddy, the bottles off the tub edge and the towel rack. I also pulled the shower curtain down and quickly laid on the ground. My mother burst in, turned the lights on and saw the mess, plus me on the ground. She ran up to me and asked if I was okay. I said no, I slipped in the dark and hurt myself pretty bad. After Mum and Dad helped me get settled, they turned on my sister. They yelled at her, took her phone, and grounded her for the rest of the week. She was also forced to apologize to me and promised to never do it again. When I told my boyfriend about this, he said what I did was cruel. Not only did I unnecessarily scare my parents, my sister got punished for something that didn't happen. He says I could have just gotten a doorstop for the bathroom or a lamp so it's not as dark. I feel like what I did was justified since me getting injured was something that could actually happen. Am I the asshole or am I in the clear? You are the sickest, most legendary cunt that ever fucking lived. Oh my God. Fuck that boyfriend off. He's not the kind of energy you want in your life. Absolutely ever. No. Fuck him. Because you are absolutely right. You could literally die in that situation if you do slip just the wrong way. Also, tell your parents to get some fucking bath mats. Like, it would fix both the water problem and more of a slip hazard, but that's a tangent.
Tell your parents to fix the fucking door lock.
Tell the parents to fix your fucking sister. Like, like, it would be so easy. Like, it's like when I was teaching my kids to, like, stay in their room after they know that they are meant to go to bed. Like, for a long time, I would just stand there on the other side of the door, and as soon as they tried to, like, come out, I'd be like, no, we're going back to bed. As soon as my sister tried to come in and, like, shut the light off, I'd be slamming that door as hard as I could. I'd break her fucking wrist if I had to get her to learn, because that's sibling justice and it is a God-given right, okay?
See, I'd probably go more along the lines of putting something weird on the light switch that they then have to touch, but both work.
My immediate response is always to violence first.
See, I thought, like, slime. Gross crap. Wait till she's in the shower and turn the light off.
Yeah, oh, I'd fucking take every light bulb she has. Like,
yeah. Here, you want to fuck with my shower? Let me fuck with yours. There's now Nair in the shampoo bottle. There's now, like, glitter in the soap.
I would straight. There's got to be like that really, really like gentle stuff that you can't really see.
Yeah.
And then when you get out, like, it's like if a black light goes on you, you're just like the glitter bug stuff. But also like one of those little button LED lights.
Mm.
So like as soon as she turns off the light, you're just like, okay, now there's crap and shit all over your hands you've got to fucking deal with, and boom. I still got my little light in the shower.
Like, okay, cool. In the dark now. Yay!
Yeah, like in the dark showering. Like it's actually a really lovely experience. But again,
I gotta admit,
not
this is a different scenario. But if you're out there and you haven't tried a shower with the lights off and maybe like a candle or a little touch light, or even just in the dark with some nice music, it goes hard. It's nice.
And it's actually a really good nervous system reset. Like your vagus nerve likes it.
And if the bottom of your shower isn't gross, sit down. That was a life.
And if it is gross, clean your fucking shower.
That was a life changer to me, to figure out that I could wash my hair while sat on the floor. Oh my God. But yeah, no, different situation. As nice as the darkness is, that sister was a shit cunt, and you're a sick cunt. Just saying.
Especially with the disagreement around whether or not it is something that should be addressed.
Yeah.
Water in the dark on hard tiles, like people have died from cracking their head on your sink, on the toilet, on the edge of the bathtub. Like it
terrifies me.
It's such a major falls risk that fucking with someone, like doing it in their bedroom, like they've just gotten comfy and they're in their bed, and then the sibling thing of coming in, turning the light on, leaving the door open, farting on the way out, like
that's a little bit more innocent.
Yeah.
It's you're still a shit cunt.
Like, it does not have the safety risks involved
Stop
of
doing it in the
it in the
shower.
shower. Yeah.
That would be like if she was cooking in the kitchen and you turned all the lights off when she's in the middle of chopping. That's how you lose a finger. So no, you just showed everyone what could happen, and they should be thankful that it didn't.
Thanks so much for joining us back in the Naughty Corner for this episode of Quarters in Session. We will see you next time.